Hello, welcome to BESS News. I'm Anthony, and this is Melvin.
Hi, we are all about what happens in BESS, and to let you guys know that this is all getting made by the students.
So we can have fun with it and learn about reporting like the real ones. And also we talk about the local to international, we have a rant, and also a comedy corner.
Yes, and now on to Jeremy with the sports.
John Scott wasn't supposed to be in the 2016 All-Star game. John Scott is a 32-year-old grinder, known mostly for face-punching controversial hits and limited ice time. He spent 8 years in the league and amazed a measly amount of 11 points. He played in only 11 games this season. To spice up the skill of the All-Star game, the NHL overhauled the format into a 3-on-3 tournament between divisional teams. The league was so excited to drum up fan interest that they decided to open up to the fans to vote in any player they wished to nominate. The result was unsurprising. Everyone started voting for Scott. Watching him skyrocket to the top of the vote totals was hilarious. It became a joke. Scott just so happened to be in the punchline. He was announced as an All-Star game captain. Scott himself started to come around on the idea. He has 2 kids and a wife who is due with twins the weekend of the All-Star game. He could have earned bonuses and a shot at winning $1 million. If his team wins the event, Scott said my family was like, you have to go, it's going to be so cool. Scott said in a phone conversation. In a further effort to keep him out of the game, Scott was traded to the Montreal Canadiens, who immediately stashed him in the AHL and said they weren't going to call him back up. He's ineligible for the All-Star game now. However, because of fan backlash, the NHL decided to let him play. In an ironic twist of fate, Scott scored multiple goals that led his team to victory and won the $1 million cash prize. The best part was when Scott was nominated as the most valuable player and was hosted into the shoulders of his teammates during the celebrations. I feel that John Scott was a very lucky man to play in this All-Star game.
Wow, nice. I didn't even hear about that until now.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. Nice goal. Now let's head to the entertainment with Morgan and Sissa. Bam!
Hello, welcome to entertainment. I am Sissa. And I'm Morgan. Scott Weldon died at 48 in his sleep by taking too much cocaine. While on his bus tour in Minnesota, he died around 9 p.m. The group was scheduled to perform at the Medina Entertainment Center. So now you know what drugs do to people.
Movie time. The Walk. The Walk is a movie about a guy practicing to go on a high wire across the tallest towers in the world. So awesome. Ant-Man. Ant-Man is so exciting. It's like the new version of Spider-Man. Also, last but not least, Inside Out. A movie of the different feelings we have. Joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust. Also on the Golden Globes, Inside Out won for the best anime.
The Revenant. This movie won Best Motion Picture on Golden Globe. On Sunday, January 10th, also Leonardo DiCaprio won for Best Actor of The Revenant.
That is all for today. Write to you later.
Hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm the backpack free at Fox 360. I played on Medium but finished it as good songs. You could play it alone or with friends. out.
I wonder if there'll be any deadly performances this month. Oh, hey, speaking of deadly performances, did you know Christopher Lee has died? He died at the age of 93 in London on Sunday morning in the Chelsea and Westminster Hospital.
Whoa. Now I know. Boy, there's something I know about Christopher Lee. Did you know he's been in over 250 movies and TV series?
No, I did not.
Wow. Now on to Alan and Kevin with the science and tech.
At the CES Technology Expo, LG will be one of the many TV makers to show off an impressive lineup of super duper high definition TVs. But there's one thing that separates LG from the competition.
The TV can roll up like a newspaper. It is as thin as a piece of paper. It will be as big as 65 inch, but it is only 18 inches. None of these TVs will be sold this year, and it is possible that they may never hit the stores. It is also not totally clear why you want to roll up or bend your TV like a newspaper.
Like automakers, LG's TV are meant to show off what's possible, even if it's not yet marketable, affordable, or bendable to be mass-produced for customers, but some elements of LG's creations may come to your next television screen.
TV makers continue to up the ante, developing ultra-high definition televisions that produce richer pictures, virtually unnoticeable bezels, and thinner profiles. But those TVs are becoming virtually indistinguishable from one another. It's concepts like LG's that may one day push the industry forward into new markets and technologies it hasn't yet considered.
Well,
Whoa, that is something, hey Mel?
yep, that would be. Sure glad I live up there in the mountains.
Speaking of the mountains, do you want to hear a joke?
Yeah, sure, why not?
What do you call a pile of kittens?
I don't know. What
A
would you call it?
meow-ten.
Funny, Anthony. Now on to Austin with International. This week in international news, top American commander in Afghanistan is worried because U.S. lawmakers are threatening to remove up to 4,000 troops by the end of 2016.
Army General John F. Campbell will testify on Tuesday before the House Armed Services Committee.
He is worried that if troops are removed, any gains made within the war-torn country since 2001 will be lost.
What Obama wants in all of this is to cause more grief and to get a new tie and suit and expensive dress for his wife.
The U.S. has committed over $113 billion since 2002 for reconstruction projects, in hopeless hopes of re-establishing an independable Afghan government. But the thing that strikes the most concerns for me is the sheer fact they're telling us that all the money is going to hospitals, roads, power plants, and schools. Where could they possibly find the time to build all of this in between the bombings and firefights that destroyed the country for over 15 years?
As far as I'm concerned, the U.S. should have brought their boys home to their families and their kids years ago. All those lives lost for nothing.
Well, that sure was interesting.
Okay, now on to Harley and Vaughn with the Comedy Corner.
Hi, my name is Harley George, and I am your comedy corner for the day. Unfortunately, my partner, Vaughn Joseph, isn't here today. He's on a driving course for 1 week now. While we're on the subject of driving, I'll give you some traffic jokes. Who has the right of way when 4 cars approach a 4-way stop at the same time? The pickup truck with a gun rack and a bumper sticker saying, "Guns don't kill people, I do." What's the difference between a flashing red traffic light and a flashing yellow traffic light? The color. When driving through fog, what do you use? Your steering wheel. Why does the traffic light turn red? If you had change in front of everybody, you would too. How do you deal with heavy traffic? Heavy psychedelics? Okay, here's a long one for you. In an advertisement for in-car school claimed that you could teach anyone to drive a car in 5 minutes or less. I called them up and asked, how can you teach anyone to drive 5 minutes or less? They answered, it's a crash course. Peace.
Hello, it's Anna. My weather for you is about the U.S. Midwestern flaming death row. Rises as cleanup begins and rising Illinois River continues to threaten towns, the Valley City, Beardstown, and Havana. Yes, they are having troubles with dying people in their drowning towns. Where is this happening? A lot of places, man. We got the U.S. Midwestern, Valley City, Maridosia, Beardstown, Havana, Sangamon River, Mississippi River, Merrimack River, St. Louis, and Illinois River. Why must I tell you, you ask? So you don't end up drowning at such a place or even end up dying. Okay, carry on. At the southern Missouri, Illinois residents began cleanup after 25 centimeters of rain over a 3-day period after Christmas Day. 2 18-year-old teenagers were killed while crossing the road. The bodies of the 2 18-year-old boys, Brandon M. Mann of Taylorville, was spotted and recovered on Sunday morning less than 60 meters from where a truck he and another teen were last seen. Devin R. Everett near where died crews found the truck. Yep, we all know to look right, left, then right again to make sure no car, gigantic flood, or whatever that comes your way before you cross the street. Don't you agree, people? But Illinois River is still rising. And because of that, residents' gigantic pile of ruined furniture, appliances, and clothes along the street for disposal crews to pick up after flooding the southward of the Sangamon River. Oh yeah, they also had to pile 50,000 centimeters just to keep the water. That's harsh. Sadly, after that, 2 wastewater treatment plants were so damaged by the flood waters that raw sewage spewed into the river. Hundreds of people were forced to flee their homes in the Missouri communities of Pacific, Eureka, Valley Park, and Arnold, where many homes took into the water. That's it for today. Goodbye, and hello to Anthony and Melvin. Peace.
Now that was some funny stuff.
Yes, indeed, man. Well, see you next time, eh?
Hey, peace out, eh?